If you carry a firearm, I certainly hope you think about your children if you have them as part of your active self-protection. Hi everyone, this is John with today's active self-protection lesson. This one comes to us out of Brazil, and it's an off-duty officer dealing with not one, but two armed robbers while he has his little daughter with him. Pay attention, Aspers, because we learn about making sure that our kids know about self-defense and being a part of our self-protection strategy, and about staying aware, not getting that black dot focus and focused on one bad guy, because there might be more around that we have to protect ourselves from. Here we see an officer with his young daughter. This is an off-duty cop in Brazil. And Aspers, I really hope that you're thinking about your kids with your self-defense plan, because you see these two guys that walk by the front door are about to start an armed robbery. The cop notices the first one coming in and announcing the armed robbery, and so he goes and gets his pistol, gets his daughter out of the way as he does, and the first guy submits, which, hey, he doesn't shoot him because the guy submits and gets on the ground. Okay, great. But the second guy he's not going to be quite so lucky with, and as the guy comes around, the officer has to engages him with one shot. That shot is incredibly effective and ends the threat. And then the officer still has to deal with this guy who is prone on him. So let's go back and learn some lessons here. And number one is, boy, you really got to think about your kids in self-defense and getting them to a safe place and teaching them how to protect themselves if you have to use your firearm. Number two, situational awareness. He sees what's coming, and as soon as he does, you notice he turns the other way. Here's what's going to happen. He sees what's coming. He sees that it's danger, turns the other way to conceal his draw, and that's incredibly smart when you have the opportunity. That gets his daughter moving away from him as well, and now the gun comes up, and I love how he gets a little bit of distance and pushes his daughter out of the way, and now he doesn't shoot the guy. And you say, well, why didn't he shoot him? Well, look at the posture that he's in. As his gun came out and he called for him to halt, he did, and so this isn't a deadly force threat right now, and so because he submitted, he didn't shoot him. That was incredibly wise. Now then, he is maintaining his awareness. It's incredibly important. You notice now he's looking to his right, and that's so important. He maintains situational awareness, and Aspers, even in a deadly force encounter, don't get that black dot. Focus. You got to keep thinking about what's going on around you. He knows there are potentially more. He identifies that threat, and then he does not hesitate when there is a deadly threat present to use his firearm effectively. And knowing the difference is maybe the difference between jail time and not. Boy, I think this officer did a fantastic job of protecting not only himself, but his daughter. You notice he pushed her away while he used some concealment to get his firearm out and into the fight. He didn't shoot when it wasn't necessary, but when it was, he pulled the trigger without waiting. He made sure that he was still aware that after that first guy went down, that he was still looking around, because that second guy, if he wasn't paying attention, could have gotten him just very quickly and put himself and his daughter in mortal danger. He did a great job and teaches us and reminds us to stay aware, to make sure that our kids are safe, and to always cover your asp.